to The Explainer, where we provide answers about the work your government is doing to build hope and build Jamaica. I'm Rasheedah, your host, and today we're talking about the Social Housing Program. Now, for many Jamaicans, safe and secure housing is not something we take for granted. And when circumstances are difficult, to repair your houses or improve your home, it can feel like there is nowhere to turn. In this episode, we're breaking down what the Social Housing Program is, who qualifies, how it works, and what kind of support is available. The Social Housing Program is a government initiative designed to assist the most vulnerable persons in Jamaica who are living in poor and unsafe housing conditions and don't have any resources to improve their circumstances. Now, the program provides housing assistance to help eligible persons to build, rebuild, or repair their homes, and in some special cases, they may actually receive a complete housing unit. Now, the program is rooted in preserving human dignity and providing a safety net for those who are most in need. So we're thinking about our indigent persons who can't really do better for themselves. But the question now asks, who qualifies for assistance under this program? Now, the assistance is really targeted at vulnerable persons. This includes persons who are living below the poverty line, the elderly, persons with disabilities, single-parent households, and persons affected by natural or man-made disasters. Eligibility is determined through an investigation and assessment process that considers socio-economic conditions, household qualities, and overall vulnerability. Now, next question. What type of housing support does the program provide? The program offers two main types of assistance. The first is a building grant, which supports repairs, upgrades, or completion of any existing structures that you may already have in place. The second is the provision of a completed housing unit, which is reserved for cases where the home is, unfit for individual habitation. It has been maybe totally destroyed, or where the applicant is homeless or at risk of homelessness. So how do you apply for this kind of support? Applications can be submitted directly by persons in need or by individuals or organizations acting on their behalf, such as Member of Parliament, churches, community groups, or just overall concerned citizens. Requests may be submitted in writing, electronically, or through the ministry's regional offices. In some cases, the ministry may also identify persons in need through fieldwork and media reports. So, how are beneficiaries assessed and selected? All applicants undergo a formal investigation conducted by officers of the Social Services Unit under the ministry. This includes site visits, interviews, collection of socioeconomic data, photographs, and overall preparation of social survey reports. Applications are reviewed by established committees and senior technical officers before a final recommendation is submitted for approval. So, is the assistance or loan a grant? The Social Housing Program is grant-based. I needed to hear that. It is grant-based. So beneficiaries are not required to repay the assistance provided. In the case of building grants, funds are not paid directly to the beneficiaries, but are instead paid in tax-compliant suppliers for approved building materials. So you're thinking about your contractors and those who will come in to do the actual work. How much funding can a beneficiary receive? Now, there is no fixed amount provided under the program. There is no fixed amount provided under the program. The recommended level of assistance varies based on the findings of each beneficiary's need after the assessment, the condition of the unit, or just generally the scope of work required in the housing unit. All recommendations are subject to approval and available funding under the program. Next question. What safeguards are in place to ensure fairness and transparency? Now, the program operates under an approved operation manual and follows established procedures. Applications are reviewed by multiple levels, including Housing Assistance Review Committee and an appeals committee as well. Data sharing, monitoring, and verification processes are also used to prevent duplication and ensure just overall accountability while they're reviewing all the applications. What are common misunderstandings about the program? Now, a common misconception is that only specific persons can submit applications. In reality, applications can be made by anyone on behalf of a person in need. Another misunderstanding is that the assistance is guaranteed. All requests are assessed on a case-by-case basis, and support is prioritized based on the most vulnerable who are applying. What is the overall impact of the program? Now, by improving housing conditions, the program enhances safety, health, and dignity for vulnerable persons and households. It also supports broader national development goals by improving quality of life, reducing housing insecurity, and ensuring that assistance reaches those who need it the most. And that's a closer look at the social housing program. Safe housing is not a luxury. It is a basic need. And this program exists to support those vulnerable among us that really need it the most. This has been The Explainer. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms at MEGID_JM. That's MEGID_JM. I'm Rasheedah. Bye for now.